Kevin Samuels, who can be considered an influential and important figure to what the Redpill movement is today in 2023. Although Kevin wasn't specifically Redpill, his message would resonate with men in general with his smooth demeanor and blunt honesty. Kevin Samuels bursted through the YouTube space in late 2020 with his video, You're Average at Best, which is still his most viewed video on his channel to this day. It brought him a new wave of attention from both men and women.
You want are not asking you out. See, you ladies do this. You go and deal with men who you feel are beneath you, and then you ask how to fix them. I'm not beneath you. I don't know how to fix a guy that's down there. That's not my concern. The better question is, why can't you get a guy on your level?
But before his contentions with modern women began to gain traction, he also had live streams criticizing the men and their choices.
While you're a fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick. Women ain't the problem, bruh. Ain't no energy out women.
Kevin was not afraid of dealing with men and their issues. He would describe this space as the manosphere, which is a sort of broader term that can be basically summed up to as a place where men can have conversations about their positions in modern day society.
Because you have to move to the next level. And one of the things that is not happening with guys today is guys are not moving into manhood. We're staying in adolescence. Why? Because it's cool to be young. It's a youth culture, but now we gotta make it cool to be a damn man.
Now, it's important to distinguish between the Red Pill and the Manosphere. Because the Red Pill movement connects with the male audience, it can automatically be part of the Manosphere, especially since the Red Pill usually involves talking about dating and relationships. With that said, Kevin would bring up topics such as the dating market, the nature of men and women, SMV, finances, self-improvement, accountability, responsibility, and family.
You don't want to do the work. You want to be lazy. You want it to come easy. And I'm glad the price is high. I'm glad the price is high. So you can't have it.
Here's the thing, this thing to start correct themselves. Once a man puts himself in a position where his head's a little bit on straight, and it does not have to be perfect. You can't wait till this is perfect. You got to do all these things at the same time.
And although Kevin's conversations with women will most likely be highlighted in his legacy, his death, in my opinion, has left a far greater impact.
Controversial YouTube star Kevin Samuels has died from an apparent heart attack, according to a friend we talked to tonight.
The difference a day makes. Again, I considered him a friend. He will be sorely, sorely missed. I will sorely, sorely miss him. I will miss his influence.
Kevin Samuels passed away on May 5th, 2022, which left the Manosphere in a sort of power vacuum. Who would be the next figure to speak on modern issues between the two genders? Who would be left to fill the void? Now, this is where I believe the Red Pill movement started to gain popularity, especially with the rise of Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was everywhere, on podcasts, TikToks, Twitch streams, your Instagram feed, and he even created his own podcast, all of which was getting him millions of views.
I saved her! All of this would be gone if it wasn't for me. Everyone you love, your family, your children, your kin, your puppy, they all have been decimated, annihilated, forced into slavery by an alien race. If me, Top G, didn't go up to space by myself, brave and alone, into the cold, to defend the Earth, I expect an apology from you as soon as you're back on this microphone.
He even proclaimed that he was the most Googled man on the planet, and the timing couldn't be any more perfect.
January 1st is when we began, and I am now the most famous man on the planet. I am more Googled than Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Look it up. I'm the most Googled man on the fucking planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Now in 2023, you can say Tate has filled the void of being the top figure in the Manosphere, with many diehard fans rallying behind him even with his latest scandal.
I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Because first you get canceled, then they make up a reason to put you in jail, and if that fails, they kill you.
But there are others who molded the space today, such as Fresh and Fit, whose even more bold attempts to challenge modern women speaks to what Kevin Samuels initially pioneered.
I'm just saying it's a nonsensical point because I'm the one who dictates relationships because I am the man. The women want to get
And I did not disagree with you.
Just like you pick who you fuck. I'd be stupid to say, yo, can you even get laid? That'd be foolish for me to say that because you're a woman. You
But
pick
listen.
who fucks.
Rollo Tomasi is another as well, who is sometimes referred to as the godfather of the Red Pill. And although these titles can seem a bit grandiose, they offer a window into who has the influence in the manosphere.
Our sexuality is always on. Women's sexuality is cyclic. Well, how does that affect a woman's preferred mating preferences? Alpha fucks, beta bucks.
But even though it seems like these figures have similar views, there seems to be a bit of a divide within the space now in 2023. Both Andrew Tate and Sneeko, who has also had influence in the space, have started to separate themselves from the Red Pill label, with Sneeko challenging Rollo Tomasi's tweet, the quickest path to becoming a high-value man. Sneeko took contention with one of the steps, getting a vasectomy in your 20s, where Sneeko argued about the importance of a man and his family.
Because he's saying, hey, these are the ways so that you don't fuck yourself up to ensure that you're going to be successful. He's retard proofing it.
But that is a pretty retarded advice because you're saying do this so that you become more attractive to women. So what's even the point of having a relationship with a woman if you can't have kids with her?
You can say now in mid-2023 that the Red Pill label has lost its popularity, but that doesn't mean that these conversations are not taking place. It may be under the more broadly accepted manosphere label, but these conversations are still about the roles of men and women and what it means to have a healthy relationship with each other.
People who have a coherent view of politics, it's one thing is going to lead to another thing, right? If you're, let's say you're pro-life, you know, you don't think that abortion should be allowed. That's going to bleed into your thoughts on marriage and divorce and raising children. That might even bleed over into your thoughts on taxes and education. So it's all going to kind of come together of a piece, right?
Now, where does all this fit back with Kevin Samuels? While the labels Red Pill and Manosphere already existed before all these influencers rise to fame, Kevin popularized it with his trademark style and professional attitude. Not to mention talking to women directly, which was a brand new way to showcase that it isn't just men talking to men, it's men also showing the willingness to communicate with women. And while some people may look at it as a bad way to communicate, Kevin was always confident in himself and what he was doing. And looking back now, I think it's deserving for Kevin to be titled The Godfather.
What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, man? Nieces and nephews, kinfolks and cousins, we out here in Las Vegas. I'm on the hunt for the elusive Shirley and Karen Maximus. Have not found them yet. Oh, looks like a potential candidate. I appreciate everybody showing up, but that's what we got to do. Until the next time, we got to do what we got to do. Peace. We're gone.